fresh off yet another playoff appearance, remade their roster. I think the most talented club they've ever been able to put on the pitch.
Pete, I'd have to agree with you. Of course, you've got some players coming back, but you're bringing a ton of new players, the likes of which Nico, Brett, Marlon. These are all-time offensive USL Championship players in terms of their production. As you can see there, Tyler Derrick, a fantastic goalkeeper, a decade's worth of MLS experience with the Houston Dynamo. Oscar Jimenez, former champion with Lou City, and the list just goes on in terms of the quality of players you're bringing in. So I'm expecting a strong season for 901 FC and a strong performance tonight.
Las Vegas has also remade their roster. They're very high on Edison Azcona. He's transferred over from Inter Miami, 20 years of age, and they really think he will be a dynamic goal scorer for them.
The 20-year-old Dominican Republic international and loanee from MLS side Inter Miami CF. Big-time pickup for Las Vegas Lights, the diminutive attacking midfielder. He's technical and possesses a lot of flair when on the ball. He'll look to receive the ball in and around the 18-yard box where he's capable of spectacular finishes. 901 FC will need to keep an eye on him tonight.
One of the holdovers for 901 FC is Knight Pickering. 5 goals across all competitions a year ago. Made 10 starts a year ago. He will start this afternoon.
The 19-year-old striker from Birmingham, Alabama, already in his 3rd season with 901 FC. Pete, I can remember it like it was yesterday. His bicycle kick a couple years ago in his debut as a 17-year-old. Still a teenager, but he's considered a veteran with this club. They'll need him to have a big season this year if they want to finish in the top 4 yet again, and they'll need him to have a strong performance tonight.
They will most certainly feature him up top this afternoon. 901 FC opening at home this afternoon against Las Vegas Lights. We're back with the starting 11s and the kickoff in a moment. FC takes to its home ground. Takes to its home ground against Las Vegas Lights. The chase for the USL Championship trophy starts. I'm Pete Branicki. He's JJ Greer. This Memphis 901 FC club, fresh off yet another playoff appearance, remade their roster. I think It is opening day in the USL as Memphis 9-1 FC takes to its home ground against Las Vegas Lights. The chase for the USL Championship trophy starts today in downtown Memphis for the Lights and 9-1 FC. Good afternoon and welcome to the excitement of USL Championship soccer from AutoZone Park in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis 9-1 FC at home today against Las Vegas Lights. And we welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Glad to have you back for another season of exciting USL Championship soccer. I'm Pete Pranica. He's JJ Greer. This Memphis 9-1 FC club, fresh off yet another playoff appearance, remade their roster. I think the most talented club they've ever been able to put on the pitch.
Pete, I'd have to agree with you. Of course, you've got some players coming back, but you're bringing a ton of new players, the likes of which Nico, Brett, Marlon. These are all-time offensive USL Championship players in terms of their production. As you can see there, Tyler Derrick, a fantastic goalkeeper, a decade's worth of MLS experience with the Houston Dynamo. Oscar Jimenez, former champion with Lou City, and the list just goes on and on in terms of the quality of players you're bringing in. So I'm expecting a strong season for 9-1 FC and a strong performance tonight.
Las Vegas has also remade their roster. They're very high on Edison Azcona. He's transferred over from Inter Miami, 20 years of age, and they really think he will be a dynamic goal scorer for them.
The 20-year-old Dominican Republic international and loanee from MLS side Inter Miami CF. Big-time pickup for Las Vegas Lights. The diminutive attacking midfielder. He's technical and possesses a lot of flair when on the ball. He'll look to receive the ball in and around the 18-yard box where he's capable of spectacular finishes. 9-1 FC will need to keep an eye on him tonight.
One of the holdovers for 9-1 FC is Knight Pickering. 5 goals across all competitions a year ago. Made 10 starts a year ago. He will start this afternoon.
The 19-year-old striker from Birmingham, Alabama, already in his 3rd season with 9-1 FC. Pete, I can remember it like it was yesterday. His bicycle kick a couple years ago in his debut as a 17-year-old. Still a teenager, but he's considered a veteran with this club. They'll need him to have a big season this year if they want to finish in the top 4 yet again, and they'll need him to have a strong performance tonight.
They will most certainly feature him up top this afternoon. 9-1 FC opening at home this afternoon against Las Vegas Lights. We're back with the starting 11s and the kickoff in a moment. Overcast day here at AutoZone Park as 9-1 FC plays host to Las Vegas Lights. Let's get the starting 11s for both teams presented by AutoZone. And we're ready for football here in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Las Vegas Lights a year ago, only 3 matches for them. They'll line up in a 4-3-3. Austin Warmel will be in goal this afternoon. Edison Azcona, we talked about him, 20-year-old Dominican on loan from Inter Miami. They are expecting big things from him. For Memphis 901 FC, here's how they will take the pitch this afternoon. They'll be in a 4-3-3. Look for Lapa and Pickering and Luis Fernando, very dangerous up top. Tyler Derrick, formerly with Rio Grande Valley, will be in the sticks. And you look at Knight Pickering, 5 goals, 4 assists across all competitions, 4 of those goals in USL Championship play. Las Vegas coming here to Memphis as you look at Stephen Glass in his 2nd year as manager for Memphis 901 FC. And he feels very, very good. You also see Leston Paul there on the active roster and doing a little coaching on the side as well. For this Las Vegas Lights side, they've remade their roster, they've remade their technical staff, and their coach this year is going to be Dennis Sanchez, who comes over from Austin FC2, where they won the MLS Next Pro Championship a year ago. Also USL experience with Sacramento Republic and also with Charleston Battery. Overcast day, about there you get a look at the coach. Overcast day, probably about 50 degrees, maybe a mild threat of rain, but the pitch is down. It is green and looks fantastic, and we are about ready to kick off this 2024 USL season. The 2024 USL kickoff is presented by Terminix. Throughout the month of March, the USL will be kicking off across the country. Join us for all the action on ESPN and CBS Sports platforms. Bit of a false start, and we are underway. Las Vegas in the white kits, Memphis in the dark blue. Memphis, a very strong attacking side a year ago. When you talk about final third entries and their offensive ability, they were really on point a year ago, and they think they can be even better this year. This is Akeem Ward, through ball intended for Pickering, and that's intercepted and turned aside, but Emerson Heineman on it, and now a giveaway as Kona playing it forward, and then 901 FC getting it back into the attacking zone, but out for a throw-in for 901 FC.
Spirited start so far for both clubs, as you would expect. You know, the first minute of the season, both of these clubs want to set the tone early in this match, especially 901 FC. You see them passing the ball around the pitch. You know, last year, Pete, they would dominate possession so well and score a lot of goals. It was meaningful possession. So I'm curious to see, you know, without the likes of Aaron Malloy, yes, you have Samuel Carriaga in the midfield and Emerson Heineman, Zachary Duncan, talented players, but I'm curious to see the continuity in midfield and if 901 FC can continue to be on the front foot in terms of possession.
Duncan will be Zachary Duncan. We got our first corner kick of the afternoon. Joshua Encarnacion is our referee. Nicholas Balser, Ben Rigel assisting, and Nabil Ben Salah is the 4th official, and an early corner kick for 901 FC. See how they will work this set piece. You were looking at Zach Duncan from Sydney, Australia, had been playing in Denmark, and Memphis is very, very high on this young man and what he can bring to the table. Outswinger, they were trying to link up with Fernando, but not able to get that accomplished. Ball played in, headed away. Toulouse trying to settle it for 901 FC, headed away. And Memphis forced to concede the throw-in there.
Smart play there from Akeem Ward, the veteran skipper now wearing the captain's armband, as you can see from left back. Saw the pressure from Azcona, just elected to just knock the ball out of bounds, just live to fight another day.
This ball played back to Warmel.
See the high pressure there from 901 FC, forcing a long ball from Warmel, and they're rewarded for it by retaining possession, but that's good to see from 901 FC, wanting to start off on the front foot. Pete, you mentioned it earlier, where it's about 50 degrees here in Memphis. Perfect temperature to have a high press, not hot at all. These guys should be able to run all day. They got fresh legs.
Fitness level pretty good on the part of 901 FC in any event. Talking with manager Stephen Glass. Was very pleased with the work rate in the preseason friendlies. 3 draws and a victory over the University of Memphis. Clementa playing that back to Warmel, and Cariaga not giving Warmel much space there. That's deflected by Fernando. And it'll be a throw-in for Las Vegas Lights.
Once again, you see the high pressure from 901 FC, this time from Fernando and Cariaga, just keeping the ball on Las Vegas Lights into the pitch.
Duncan playing it wide, trying to get it forward to the feet of Bruno Lapa, and that'll be out for a Las Vegas throw-in. Las Vegas, they basically just tore the thing down to the studs. Really, Xander Romero is the only player back from a year ago, an academy signing who will train and play with the Lights but still retain his college eligibility. You see the record there, 3-21-10, second worst in goal differential. They had all kinds of problems a year ago, but as I said, they have remade their roster. They even added 5 players last night and just announced their technical staff last night. So I don't know how much continuity, JJ, you can expect Las Vegas to have, but it all remains to be seen.
Well, you know, when you finish dead last, I don't think you want a lot of continuity, but maybe you would expect for there to be at least some decisions made, you know, before, 48 hours before the season starts. But, you know, here we are. You know, they've got talented players on the pitch. You know, these guys don't have a ton of USL Championship experience, but they got MLS experience. They've got international experience as well, as you see the long ball there and the clearance from Warmel. So curious to see what Las Vegas Lights can produce this afternoon. But all in all, I expect 901 FC to really dominate this match.
Jose Bautista, the former Major League Baseball player, now the owner, and the foul won by 901 FC. Bruno Lapa getting back to his feet, and that's Zach Duncan. New number for Bruno. But Zachary Duncan, first season here in Memphis, had been playing in the Danish Superliga. Also played in Australia's A-League.
It's good to see Zachary Duncan taking command of these set-piece opportunities. Of course, last year Aaron Malloy took charge of all of those, but now that 901 FC, it looks like Cariaga standing over the ball as well. It's always important to have good set-piece takers.
Duncan drives it low, headed away by Noel.
Yeah, kind of a wasted opportunity there from 901 FC, as you can see the professional foul there from 901 FC. Good foul, not letting the counterattack get started, but on those set pieces, those opportunities, Pete, you want to get those balls up and down right into the box. A wasted opportunity not being able to clear the first man.
I would imagine there's a certain level of nerves associated with this, particularly for Zachary Duncan. First match with his new club.
It's definitely going to take some time to get dialed in. You know, first game of the year. You know, with actual stakes on the line, and you know, he's in a new environment, a new setting, a new stadium. So you know, maybe 1 or 2, but his first ball on the corner kick was very good. So you know, I expect to see more of that from him.
This is Emra Clementa, native of Montenegro, wearing the number 23 shirt for Las Vegas Lights. And now Sargis playing it back to Warmel. Memphis, by the way, in case you are not aware, has been moved to the Western Conference. So they will play Las Vegas twice. This is the third overall meeting between the two clubs. Lapa chasing. Memphis is 1-0-1 against Las Vegas Lights. Memphis had a 2-1 lead, but then conceded late in a 2-2 draw last year in Las Vegas. Baruman on the right side, recycling to Clementa. Clementa harassed there by Pickering, and Clementa forced to deal it back to his keeper.
Once again, excellent pressure, excellent organization from 901 FC. The Las Vegas Lights, besides that last long ball, they really haven't had too much meaningful possession in 901 FC's half. So kudos to 901 FC and Stephen Glass so far in the first 8-9 minutes of this match.
Memphis was, as you pointed out, JJ, among the league leaders in possession and in passing accuracy a year ago. Joe Zhao working it over to Noel. And now back to Baruman. Nice little touch there and a dummy. Now a through ball here. And a sliding tackle by Akeem Ward. And he had to get that right. And he did. Memphis will concede the throw in, but well played by Akeem Ward, one of the holdovers for 901 FC.
Great tackle there from Akeem Ward. He loves a big challenge. Always love watching him play. He plays with so much fight and fury in him, but he also can get forward as well. So great to have Akeem Ward back with the club.
The best Campbell Clinic injury report there is to have. None. Lucas Turchi playing it back to Tyler Derrick. Derrick, 3 seasons with Rio Grande Valley. Memphis has pretty much remade their keeper room with the exception of Aaron Seeger. He's the only holdover, and Aaron did not see action last year. Clementa plays it toward midfield.
See Las Vegas Lights now starting to settle into the game a little bit with some accurate passing. We saw a really good change of play there earlier from them as they were knocking the ball back and forth. But you see once again Akeem Ward really playing strongly against Joe Zhao.
Had that ball intercepted, however, by Clementa. Now won back. Cariaga. Cariaga, a late addition last year, made an immediate impact, primarily as a substitute, but now in a starting role for 901 FC. And that is out for a Las Vegas throw. As we tell you, Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Ball one in the air by Cariaga, the Argentinian, and he is taken to ground. Memphis will get a restart here in the 11th minute.
Cariaga so far in the first 10 minutes of this match really working his socks off. I've been really impressed with his energy and work rate. We know what he can do on the ball. We saw last year his technical ability to be able to assist and score goals, but so far the first 10 minutes of this season I've been really impressed with his work rate.
That was one of the things in talking with Stephen Glass a couple of weeks ago. He felt in preseason training that the work rate and the cohesion of this 901 FC side was coming together very, very well. And he was very pleased with the way preseason training went. Here's an opportunity for Heightened. Fernando, but a little too heavy with the touch. But Duncan is back there for 901. Central ball for Pickering. And Memphis trying to get into some open space. Ward driving toward goal and headed away, and that'll result in a corner kick for 901 FC, their second of the match.
Really nice run of play there from 901 FC. Ended up on the left foot of the skipper right there, Akeem Ward, who whipped a really nice ball into the box. So you see here outside of the boot right there from Zachary Duncan. That was a slick little pass there, and lovely ball from Akeem Ward. Good clearance from Emra Clementa, the skipper, center back for Las Vegas Lights.
So Duncan will set it down in the 12th minute. Back post, that is headed away, but settled by Hyman. Emerson going to give it a go! And it took a touch, I believe it did, off of Warmel. So it'll be a third 901 FC corner kick.
Great save, fingertip save there from Austin Warmel and parried the ball away. You see Emerson Hyman shaking his head there. He struck that really cleanly. We'll have a great look at it here as Emerson Hyman off the half volley hit it really nicely, and nice parry there from Austin Warmel, the strong right hand.
Emerson Hyman had been with Atlanta. One headed away, but again, Hyman is there for it for 901 FC. Maintain possession. Ward sends a ball out to the left flank. Duncan settles. Combination with Lapa. Duncan. Turchi. Duncan looking to turn toward goal. He's taken down and, wow, able to maintain possession, getting it back to Hyman.
great feat there from Zach Duncan. You can see the skill set that he possesses.
That pass attempt blocked. And the foul is won by Ascona.
Tell you what, there was a lot of contact there on that move there from Zach Duncan. You saw the quick feet, and it looked like he was taken out, right in front of the box, which that's not really an advantage to play on there. So interesting decision from our center official, Joshua Encarnacion.
Memphis advancing to the USL Championship playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Hosted a first-round match with Lou City, but lost on penalty kicks. You see the big deal that was made last year. Goodrum and Lapa changing addresses. Of course, Lapa also playing with Birmingham Legion, and now reunited with Nico Brett. And a foul there is given, and perhaps some discipline.
It's like a strong talking to, which that always frustrated me about refs. I understand, you want to give a talking to, no more, don't do it again, make a whole show out of it. But it's also like, that was a really good chance at a counterattacking opportunity, and is a professional foul there from Ascona. A smart foul, as 901 FC is off to the races. You see Bruno Lapa and other 901 FC players asking for the card. Yeah, it was his first one, but I guess at the end of the day, a fair decision from Encarnacion.
It is the first game, after all, so try to settle in whether you're an official or a player.
As a former player, you always say, what's all the talking? Either give him a card or let's move on.
And that ball errant, throw in for Las Vegas. And really, JJ, going back to that playoff match against Lou City, Memphis had every opportunity to win that game. Foul on Turchi. And just by the narrowest of margins, a missed penalty kick that would have extended the shootout went awry, and it was a bitter pill to swallow, because 901 FC felt that they had Louisville's number in that playoff match, but it was Louisville going through, and another Memphis foul here in the 16th minute of the game.
And Pete, I completely agree with you. Looking back to that last match against Lou City in the playoffs, I firmly believe that 901 FC was the better team, top to bottom in terms of talent. But as that game continued to wear on and 901 FC didn't extend the gap, Louisville City still has that championship DNA, and they were able to escape with a victory in penalty kicks.
Hyman, Fernando lays it in, crossed one time by Lapa, that's blocked, and coming back out to Ascona. Intercepted by Fernando. Fernando, back heel, trying a little give and go. Duncan not quite on it. And possession to Las Vegas Lights.
Love to see the combination play from 901 FC. First game of the year, so right now just about a millimeter off, maybe a half second off. But I think as this game wears on, and of course as the season wears on, we'll start to see those combination plays really clicking and really firing on all cylinders.
In talking with Stephen Glass, he said defense, yeah, it usually falls into place first. Finishing in the final third is the hardest thing to do. And so that sometimes is the last piece of the puzzle to fall into place.
And 901 FC certainly had the offensive firepower to do that, to score a lot of goals last year. Of course, in the top 5 in goal scoring, and this year, I don't see why it would be any different, Pete. You've got the likes of Bruno Lapa, Knight Pickering. You're going to bring Nico Brett, one of the all-time leading scorers in the USL Championship, off the bench, for Pete's sake. So 901 FC and Stephen Glass certainly have an embarrassment of riches on the offensive end.
Well, and also add to that Marlon Santos. Another guy who can put it in the back of the net. It's a fairly strong Brazilian contingent with 901 FC. Turchi, Fernando.
Pete, I've never heard a complaint, on a team. We've got too many Brazilians.
No, there's never a complaint about that.
I almost feel like the more the merrier. The more Brazilians you have, I feel like you have a good shot at winning some matches. And of course, 901 FC have had some fantastic Brazilians and have some fantastic Brazilians. Fernando, the man that just passed the ball there. Lucas Turchi playing center back. He's kind of been a Swiss Army knife for 901 FC, playing all over the field. Turchi he's playing center back now. He's got that great left foot. We've seen him at midfield. We've seen him on the left-hand side of the pitch, the right-hand side of the pitch. So really exciting stuff from 901 FC.
One of the big headlines for Las Vegas. And here's Duncan trying to extricate himself from the jam. The signing of Solomon Asante, one of only 2 players in championship history, 50-plus goals, 50-plus assists. He won't play today, but Las Vegas feeling very good about that signing. Now, here's Zhao, but Zhao can't maintain it, and it'll be a throw-in for 901 FC. As we tell you, the USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. This, along with Pittsburgh and New Mexico, are the first 2 matches of the USL kickoff presented by Terminix. Charleston and North Carolina. North Carolina back in the championship. That'll come up later on today. Glad you're with us wherever you may be. And the 901 FC with the giveaway. Zhao crossing, swept away by Toulouse. But not entirely cleared. Memphis asking for a handball. It's academic now. Memphis with possession. The Las Vegas Lights trying to build here. Zhao. Noel. Aguiar flaring out wide. And Memphis asking for offside, and they get it.
Yeah, wasted opportunity there from Las Vegas Lights. They were in on goal a couple times. Gannon could have cut inside and shot the ball. Elected to lay it off, but ended up being a turnover for Las Vegas Lights after they were in a great position off the counterattack.
Get our first really good look at Tyler Derrick. 23 clean sheets with Rio Grande Valley, over 93 appearances there. A homegrown player with Houston Dynamo, now in his mid-30s, and will be a leader among the keepers, and may do a little bit of coaching as well. They also have Aaron Seeger and Taylor Bailey as keepers as well. Taylor Bailey coming over from Oakland Roots. Also played with forward Madison in League One. Those are the 3 keepers that 901 FC has on the roster at the moment. Baruman playing it back, and you see that the possession to this point has been fairly even. Memphis has had the better of the chances and 3 corner kicks already. And 1 shot on goal that was parried by Austin Warmel. This is Baruman. Centrally to Noel. Noel to the top of the 18. His shot is in. And the opener belongs to Valentin Noel. And in the 22nd minute, Las Vegas Lights break out on top, 1-0.
It's a really fantastic individual run there from Valentin Noel. Got the ball in the half turn about 40 yards away from goal and just dribbled the ball right down the middle of the 901 FC midfield and defense. Ended up finishing the ball with the left-footed shot. Beat that man right there, Tyler Derrick, to his near post, but not a lot that Derrick could do. Noel was inside the 18-yard box. He's only about 15, 16 yards away from goal, and Las Vegas Lights strike first. We see the replay here. Noel picks it up on the half turn. Just no 901 FC players near him, and he just runs right down the middle of the defense and puts that one away. It's unfortunate for 901 FC.
Noel, 6 goals and 25 appearances last year for Austin FC 2. So a big early boost for Las Vegas. Noel played for Dennis Sanchez. they both were with Austin FC2 of MLS Next Pro last year. And Noel was one of those players that was added to the roster literally yesterday. As you look at Dennis Sanchez. This is Gennaro Nigro, and now Sargis. And the play is whistled for offside.
You can see a big difference in the quality of this Las Vegas Lights team as opposed to last year. I mean, from back to front, really, they've changed basically everything, and they've picked up some really quality players. That man, Joe Jow, right there, that's a former U.S. men's national team player, and has played all over Europe and all over the United States and the MLS as well. So the quality and character of the player for this Las Vegas Lights team has completely changed, and you're seeing the results of it so far in the first 25 minutes of this match.
They have remade their front office, their technical staff, and their roster. And so far, paying dividends. Lapa. And a turning shot over the goal by Fernando.
It's a good combination there between Lapa and Fernando. Fernando actually lost the ball for a second there. You see the ball there, picked it up from Nigro and kind of just got his foot too far underneath the ball. Almost looked like he was going to chip the goalkeeper, Austin Wormel, but ends up going over the bar. But decent opportunity there from 901.
The fact that he was able to win that ball back and get a boot on it and force Wormel to worry just a little bit was remarkable on the part of Fernando. Career high 8 goals a year ago for 901.
You said it, Pete, that production from last year and over the course of his career, if Fernando picks up the ball in good areas of the field in and around the 18-yard box, we know that good results are going to happen.
Fernando, third season with Memphis, previously with Atlanta United in Atlanta United 2. Stephen Glass also with history with the Atlanta United program. Worked to develop their players, a spell as the manager of Atlanta United 2 and interim manager of the first team. So far, Las Vegas has been able to get in front of a lot of the passes that Memphis has tried to make in the final third.
You can see 901 FC starting to back off a little bit now. Part of that is just throughout the course of the game, it's hard to have a high press. You can't have a high press through 90 straight minutes of a match, but you can see the individual quality of these Las Vegas Lights players. They can turn on a dime. They can turn on you a second and score goals, as we saw Valentin Noel do a few minutes ago. So 901 FC certainly, or Las Vegas Lights certainly has the attention of 901 FC.
And the Lights player down, and so we will get a stoppage here. And that is Gennaro Nigro, previously played with Real Monarchs of MLS Next Pro. Spent some time in Italy. And that was a bit of friendly fire. He tangled, I think, with Corey Bennett. Nigro will walk it off, product of the Red Bull Academy. Jow looking to turn against Akeem Ward. Ward staying with him, forcing him to retreat. This ball into space, intercepted. And Heightened plays it back to Toulouse. Memphis looking for pockets of open space. Expected goals, a slight favor to the home side. But yet to find the back of the net. Pickering gets rocked, gets back up. Duncan Couldn't connect with Ward. Heineman trying to cut it off, but Zhao winning it for Las Vegas. This is Corey Bennett. Bennett now into space. Noel. Noel into the 18. Noel crosses in front. Swept away. Turchi there. Winning a throw-in for 901 FC.
Some dangerous moments there for 901 FC as once again Noel found himself in acres of space. Ended up maybe having too much space for his own good and tried to cut that ball back across the 6-yard box, but Tulu was in a great position to intercept the ball, but 901 FC living dangerously right now.
Cariaga. Lapa. Memphis has something going here. Fernando down the right side. Fernando into the 18. Lost possession of it where it's picked off by Coleman Gannon.
I think you can see the rust right there from Fernando. Doesn't quite have his 1v1 attacking ability locked in right now. I think, you know, as this game goes on, the season goes on, he'll be more comfortable in those spots as we've seen him do time and time again. Looked like he was trying to do some step overs there, maybe cut inside on his left foot, but 901 FC need to keep getting the ball to him.
Approaching the half-hour mark in downtown Memphis, and stoppage for a Memphis injury. Akeem Ward getting back to his feet. Second season here in Memphis. Also played in Rio Grande Valley with Oakland roots previously. Bluff City Mafia's got the drums out. What they really want to do is fire off a smoke bomb that would indicate a 901 FC goal. Zhao. Cutting it back as Kona. Tulu on him as Kona. That deflects off Baruman. And then out for a Las Vegas throw-in.
It's good hustle there from Baruman to be able to kick that ball off of Cariaga at the last moment. Once again, you can see Las Vegas Lights, when they do get possession of the ball and when they get possession in the final third of 901 FC, they're very dangerous. Joe Zhao, Kona. We've seen Noel already score a goal. These players are very dangerous in the final third.
Zhao is taken down. No foul. Throw into Memphis. Zhao, 31 years of age, had been playing in Sweden. Turchi. Long. This falls to Fernando, and he's going to give it a go. But off target. Wormel, no worries for him.
Not a bad idea there from Fernando. He saw that Wormel was slightly off his line. I think you can see Fernando kind of check the ground. He might have lost his footing, but trying to keep Wormel honest.
Foul there, committed by Akeem Ward. Valentin Noel in the 22nd minute. That's all the scoring we've had so far.
Dennis Sanchez has been off of his bench, standing up the entire time. You see him directing traffic. I think he's come into AutoZone Park in Memphis, Tennessee with a tremendous game plan so far. He's got a good side on his hands as well. But so far they've been very organized and have played a counter-attacking style, and they've been rewarded for that.
Noel plays it back for Baruman. And a dangerous play here. Intercepted. Oh, Pickering off the woodwork. A golden opportunity, and Pickering can't believe that didn't find the back of the net.
It's really unlucky there for that man right there, Knight Pickering, the 19-year-old. You see a horrible pass there from Clementa, a giveaway, and tell you what, Wormel did just enough to throw Knight Pickering off, and Pickering just fired that one off the crossbar. I think he was just trying to hit the ball as hard as he could to blast it past Wormel's hands in case there was a deflection, but you got to give credit to Wormel there. Did just enough to throw off Knight Pickering.
Corner kick, fourth. Low driver.
The set piece has got to be better than that if 901 FC want to have a chance.
Heineman. Pickering. Back heel, Duncan crossing, cleared Baruman. Headed in and bounding in on the keeper, Warmel.
Warmel so far has been very impressive for Las Vegas Lights. You see Emric Clementa putting his hand up saying, "My bad, guys." He's very fortunate that it's not a tie ball game, but kudos to Warmel. He's been fantastic with saving the ball and with his feet.
Lapa looking to turn. Lapa still with it. Crossing. Sharp angle shot. It's in. Cariaga! Samuel Cariaga gets the equalizer. And we are level in the 33rd minute.
Deserved goal there from 901 FC. You saw about, 1 or 2 minutes ago, Knight Pickering slammed the ball off the crossbar. Looked like a gimme opportunity, but kudos to 901 FC. They stayed on top of it. Excellent run there from Bruno Lapa. Fired it across the box, and Warmel couldn't quite parry that one strong enough, and Cariaga in the right place at the right time gets his first goal of the season.
Cariaga was signed last September the 4th on an 18-month loan from Argentina. And JJ, when we saw him come in as a substitute a year ago, he immediately changed the tenor of the match. And he's done it again here this afternoon.
He's doing it again so far. I've mentioned it before. He's just been in the right opportunity at the right time, as we saw there. And that was just a hustle play, Pete. I mean, he put himself in the right position. No, it might not have taken a lot of skill to score that ball, but it took effort to be able to get right on top of the goal line from his attacking midfield position.
Hanging out in front of goal, creating a dividend and a level match. Memphis with a foul as they put Corey Bennett on the ground, and this will be a free kick in a relatively dangerous area for Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, not a good foul there from Quezada. The player really wasn't in a dangerous situation at the corner of the field. He just ran right through the back of him, baited him into that foul, but now it's going to be a dangerous free kick opportunity for Las Vegas Lights FC. You've got Ascona standing over the ball, and I expect for this one to be an in-swinger from Ascona.
Lights getting sorted. Zhao toward the back post. Low driver easily handled by Zachary Duncan. Set pieces for both sides right now have been a bit of an issue. Here's Lapa. Lapa in space. Waits for some help.
You can hear the crowd cheering. They wanted
Fernando. They wanted Lapa to go to goal immediately. Bruno lofts it in for Cariaga, but Warmel is there to pluck it out of the air.
Seeing a lot more life now, Pete, from 901 FC. You see they're flying up forward now on these counter-attacking opportunities. That's what a goal can do. It can lift the spirits of the crowd. It can lift the spirits of the players on the pitch. I wouldn't be surprised, Pete, if we see more goals in this half.
Tempo of the match has picked up indeed. Back to Tyler Derrick. And Duncan losing the ball. Corey Bennett on the pickup. Bennett, deep shot, and it's parried over the bar by Derrick. First corner kick of the afternoon for Las Vegas Lights, but a leaping save by Derrick.
Yeah, really good save there from Derrick. You saw that ball was dipping. That looked like that was definitely going in, Pete. It started off, looked like it was going over the bar, but it was dipping fast, and an excellent tip save over the bar from Tyler Derrick.
Now prepared to face the corner kick. Coleman Gannon has it set down. Back post to Lou. Clears it, but then gathered in by Noel. Warmel coming forward, and a bad distribution was intercepted by Lapa. And then that'll be out for a Memphis throw-in. See the expected goal story right now. Memphis has had the better of the run of play, but just a bit of slippage, and Valentin Noel in the 21st minute got the visiting side up to the 1-0 advantage. Cariaga in the 33rd minute equalizing, and Duncan draws a foul. Fans, if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM-FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern, plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier, and more, all on Sirius XM-FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. This will be out to Memphis. Kai Havertz with a late goal for Arsenal this afternoon. 2-1 to the Gunners.
Yeah, you're an Arsenal fan, Pete?
Oh, yeah. They were begging me, are you going to show up at the brass door today? And I've got 3 games in 3 days between the NBA and USL. So, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to make it to the pub for the match. But I have been known to darken the doorstep of that establishment to watch Arsenal.
There's no better place?
No better place to watch Arsenal. Ward along the touchline. Big battle there. Fernando is dispossessed. Noel, he has it taken away. Duncan now with a bit of space. Duncan with options. Duncan going direct. And it'll be a goal kick.
Really nice attack right there from Zachary Duncan. You can see he's got some legs on him. He can really run. Excellent interception at midfield and ended up being a mad dash, 40-yard sprint. Found himself wide open. You see he was trying to open his body and go for that far post. Just didn't quite get it right, but exciting stuff from the midfielder.
There is a lot of excitement about how this roster has been revamped, and our first booking of the day will go to Edison Azcona.
It's good refereeing there from Encarnacion. I believe Azcona already got a talking to earlier this match with a professional foul, and the referee told him, Encarnacion told him, no more. You know, one more, you're getting a yellow card, and he was true to his words. You can see he just ran right through the back late as well on Carriaga. Just not a smart foul at all.
So Drew Graham, the athletic trainer for 901 FC, will go out there and take a look at Carriaga.
That was one of those fouls, Pete. I wonder if there was some words shared earlier in the match between Carriaga and Azcona. You know, whenever a player comes through kind of late like that, it's usually related maybe to something else that transpired earlier.
Are you suggesting there may have been some conversation?
There may have, that looked like there might have been some conversation earlier. A foul like that at midfield when Carriaga was passing the ball backwards as well. So, but it's good to see Carriaga. Looks like he's standing up, getting some water, limping a little bit, but I expect for him to be fine.
The Memphis goal scored this afternoon. So Azcona goes in the book. Memphis will start the season with a couple of matches at home before they go out on the road. They will be back home here in Memphis next Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock start against Indy 11. And Nigro winning that battle with Luis Fernando. Fernando with it. Fernando can't keep it in play. Goal kick. Las Vegas.
You can see the ideas there between 901 FC, particularly Fernando and Zachary Duncan. We're seeing flashes of what they can do. They're really explosive, exciting players, but it's going to take some time in this match and this season for them to connect and really get their touch on the ball.
Is that usually something that it takes a while to develop, that sharpness in the final third?
Oh, absolutely. You mentioned it. You know, defense, that's a little easier, right? It's easier to get defensive shape. It's easier to just kick a ball, clear a ball out. It's much more difficult to have a really tight connected passing in the final third and beat these strong USL Championship defenses, especially when they're newer players, right? Zachary Duncan and Luis Fernando haven't played together before. We've got some new names and new faces on the pitch, so that's certainly going to take some time to get that cohesion down.
Toulouse. Ward, long ball here. Lapa runs it down in the left channel. Cariaga left-footed, cross the mouth of goal, and it will be out for a goal kick for Austin Wormel.
I love the idea there from Cariaga. I love that he's sprinting forward, getting into the attacking third, and looked like it was kind of a mix between a shot and a cross, a Schroffs, if you will, and Fernando just couldn't get there in time.
Intercepted by Turchi, Cariaga, and now Ward. Memphis has turned up the heat ever so slightly here, particularly since the goal by Cariaga. We'll link up with Pickering there.
Las Vegas Lights certainly have some dangerous players and some good players in the field, but I still feel like 901 FC pound for pound has better players, especially on the offensive end of the field. So once these offensive players, Bruno Lapa, Knight Pickering, start to click more, I think we'll see a lot more goals, or at least a couple more goals in the second half.
Ward wins that in the air. Emerson Heineman. Taken down by Zhao. No whistle. A throw in for 901 FC. Memphis trying to make something out of this final few moments of the first half. Pass down the channel, deflected. Memphis gets it back. Pickering going to give it a go, and it's in! Knight Pickering delivers a golazo, a shot by Knight Pickering, and the home club up 2-1.
We talked about him in the pre-match, Pete, as one of the players to watch, and that's exactly why. You see that strong left foot. It looked like that one went right down the middle of the goal, hit the back of the net, but we had a perfect angle of it from where we sit, Pete. That thing was really knuckling, and Austin Wormel, the goalkeeper for Las Vegas Lights, he had no clue what to do with that thing as it went flying into the back of the net.
Pickering, just 19 years of age, from Birmingham, Alabama, already in his third season with 901 FC, and you see just how dangerous this club can be.
It's a great goal there from Knight Pickering, and he finally was able to pick the ball up. Well, his second opportunity after, he could easily have 2 goals in this match after that one turnover from Emre Clementa, and his first opportunity banged off the crossbar, but you see found acres of space about 25 yards away from goal and just whipped that into the back of the net. You see Wormel wishes he had a better touch on that, but you can see he just dipped right over the top of Wormel. Couldn't get his hands up in time. Knight Pickering hit such a heavy ball, and 2-1 now for the Beale Street boys.
Another opportunity. Pickering, a little heavy with the touch, intercepted by Baruman, but now back across in, ball loose, and Wormel pounces on it. Quezada sent it goalward, and Wormel keeping Memphis from a third goal. 2 minutes of stoppage time added to this first half. And fireworks from the home side in the final quarter hour of the first half. Turchi intercepts. And now plays this back where Wormel will have to deal with it.
Kudos to 901 FC for just continuing to attack the back line of Las Vegas Lights and continue just to shoot the ball. You see what can happen, if you just shoot the ball, mistakes can happen. As good of a game as Austin Wormel has had, if you keep shooting the ball, you never know what can happen, and Knight Pickering proved that.
And Wormel has been very busy. Now a counterattack opportunity here. Nigro turns around as Kona. Assessing his options. This is Noel, goal scorer for Las Vegas. Heineman with an interception. Cariaga now. We're a minute and a half into the minimum of 2 minutes of added time here at the end of the first half. Pickering not going to win this foot race. Sargis sends it out, but a throw in the final third for Memphis. I talked with Stephen Glass about Knight Pickering. He said we're definitely going to feature him, and he is starting to understand that he can be the man. He has gone from being a boy and a young player to being a full-fledged man playing this game.
right here in Memphis. We've seen him grow up, and as that's half. I mentioned it earlier. His debut as a 17-year-old bicycle kick goal. So really exciting stuff from him and from Stephen Glass. Great way to finish the half.
Nita Pickering giving 901 FC the lead in the 45th minute. Halfway through here in downtown Memphis, and the Bluff City Mafia happy with what they have seen so far. Memphis 901 FC a 2-1 lead over Las Vegas Lights. We'll be back with halftime in a moment. The home side up a goal. Okay, so Memphis 901 FC a 2-1 lead over Las Vegas Lights. The Lights broke out on top in the 21st minute. Valentin Noel with the goal. Cariaga in the 33rd to level it, and Pickering in the 45th to put Memphis 901 FC in the lead. Big expectations for the club. Let's take a look.
Memphis versus everyone. If you're from around here, it's in your DNA. It's that chip on your shoulder, an attitude that nothing can stop us when we band together. Now, it's time for that Memphian spirit to shine, as two iconic partners, born and raised right here in Memphis, join forces to showcase what we can do for everyone. Introducing the 2024 jersey partner from Memphis 901 FC, the Cancer Kickers Soccer Club. A third-generation Memphian and business owner, Chris Clouthier, established the Cancer Kickers in 2016. The mission? To provide comfort, community, and connections to children fighting cancer. Since then, the organization has shipped soccer kits to more than 2,500 children in all 50 states and 23 countries around the world. The gift of soccer is priceless. It changes lives and provides hope. That's what this partnership represents. The Cancer Kickers Soccer Club, together with Memphis 901 FC, a local partnership with a global impact. And with the backing of our supporters and soccer fans around the country, nothing can stop us.
Halftime at AutoZone Park, Memphis 901 FC 2-1 over Las Vegas Lights. Let's take a look at what's going on in the championship as this is the kickoff weekend. CBS Sports will broadcast 100 USL Championship and League One matches annually through 2027 under a new agreement, including the USL Championship Final. That will air on CBS, and all other games will air on ESPN+. And the U.S. Open Cup, Memphis 901 FC will be one of 36 USL Championship teams and League One teams, also part of that 36-team cadre. They will all play in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. I think Memphis 901 FC would enter in the third round, which is April 14th, 15th, for their first availability for that. And the USL Championship welcomes new club Rhode Island FC. They joined this season. Supporting Jacksonville and Iowa will join next season, and then Milwaukee in 2026. As part of this, Memphis 901 FC, J.J. Greer, moves to the Western Conference, so the travel becomes a little bit more challenging. We're going to get to see more of teams we haven't seen that much of prior. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. We do have one other match that is going on at the moment here on this kickoff weekend presented by Terminix. And right now, New Mexico United with a 1-0 lead at half over Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Later on tonight, North Carolina FC in the championship against Charleston Battery, Miami and Colorado Springs Switchbacks, San Antonio, Loudoun United, El Paso Locomotive, Hartford Athletic, Phoenix Rising, and Birmingham Legion. That'll be an 8:30 start. All those matches can be seen right here on ESPN+. And JJ, when you look at the first half stats, really the run of play dominated by Memphis. The expected goals clearly on their side, and 10-2 shots and 5-2 on target. Really seeing what we saw from this club a year ago in terms of final third entries and creating big chances.
Yeah, I think the goals 2-1 to 901 FC is a fair reflection of all the other stats you see. Sometimes, in soccer, one team can dominate possessions or shots and find themselves down, losing, right, and lose the game. Right now, I think we're seeing a fair reflection of the game. Of course, 901 FC, it could be easily, I think, 3-1 or 4-1. 901 FC has had some very big chances that they've missed, but really in the last 10-15 minutes of that match, we saw 901 FC really pick it up into the first half, and right now I think it's a fair result so far.
Memphis had 12 touches in the Las Vegas box. Vegas with only 3 in Memphis's box. And Memphis, they were big on final third entries a year ago, 40-11 in that category. So Memphis, offensively, they were super dangerous a year ago. They remain dangerous again this year. We will step aside here. It is halftime at AutoZone Park. Memphis, a 2-1 lead over Las Vegas. Back with the second half kickoff and more in a moment.
They want to see women's soccer, they want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes, only want the best. Maybe drowning every night, won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky, got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
You've given us a foundation to be proud of. We build on this now. This is it now, gents. This is us from now on.
Back in downtown Memphis, this USL Championship kickoff weekend presented by Terminix and the home club, a 2-1 lead over Las Vegas Lights. Pete Pranica, JJ Greer with you. JJ, let's take a look at some first half highlights. Memphis expected some pressure from Las Vegas and looking to get out in space. Ward with the service, but that was headed away. Good early defensive work from Las Vegas, and Memphis would continue to put on the pressure. Warmel with a parrying save there to keep Memphis off the board, and then Noel, individual effort, getting this done.
Great goal from Noel. You saw him split right down the midfield and through the heart of the defense for 901 FC. That goal was really against the run of play, Pete. You saw the great finish there as 901 FC dominated the first 20-25 minutes of this match, but Noel once again out into open space. This one, fortunately for 901 FC, Tulu was able to clear, but finally 901 FC was able to wake up.
Bruno Lapa sending it in, got parried, but then Cariaga pouncing on the spilled rebound, and it was 1-1 in the 33rd minute.
That was really just a sheer effort goal from Cariaga. Found himself in the right place at the right time, was able to finish that. And after that goal, Pete, that really spurred 901 FC on to really attack the final third of Las Vegas Lights.
Then you saw the great save by Derek to keep things level, and then the left-footed strike by Knight Pickering. Beautifully done, just knuckling over Austin Warmel, who can only look up and say, oh, why did I not get that? Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for 901 FC. Another Saturday afternoon match. They will take on Indy 11, 3 o'clock kick Central Time here in downtown Memphis. Then, as we said, Memphis move into the Western Conference, so there's going to be some travel involved. Out to Sacramento Republic at the end of the month, then home to Orange County, then out east to Loudoun United, and then home to Monterey Bay on April the 20th. It's got to be an adjustment because you were used to playing Pittsburgh twice a year. You were used to playing Birmingham twice a year, and now you're going to be playing the Western Conference teams twice a year and Eastern Conference teams just once.
It's definitely going to be a lot of a logistical, I don't want to say challenge, but just an adjustment, right, with the added mileage that you're going to be traveling with these West Coast road trips. Also, I want to point out, you got a 2-week break right at the beginning of the year between Indy 11 and Sac Republic. You want to think it's like, do we wish we would have had this maybe in the middle of the season to refresh our legs? You don't really need a 2-week break at the beginning of the year after only 2 games or so, but that's just how the schedule shakes out for 901 FC, and they'll adjust accordingly in terms of their roster.
Yeah, Memphis 901 FC, 2-game homestand to start the season. They'll have a 3-game homestand from early to mid-June with Colorado Springs, Rhode Island, and New Mexico United. That'll be their longest homestand of the season. They will have 2 3-game spells on the road in early May to mid-May at Miami, Monterey Bay, and El Paso. And then in early to mid-July, Orange County, Detroit City, and FC Tulsa. So that's the way the schedule works out for them. Joshua and Encarnacion going to get everybody lined up and get us ready to play the second half of this one. And that young child, I don't know if he knows who Elvis is. Dad probably does.
He will soon.
He will soon. So, JJ, if you're 901 FC at this point, I don't see there any need for tactical adjustments. I talked to Stephen Glass, and he said, in training, we knew that Vegas would press. So, in our training, we tried to press our team as much as possible, tried to make it as difficult as possible so that they would be very much used to dealing with the press that they would expect from Vegas.
No, I think you're exactly right. I don't think there's any need for any major tactical changes or any changes at all. I think 901 FC really just need to clean it up a little bit in terms of their combination play in the final third, which, as we mentioned earlier, that kind of just comes with playing together. Maybe defensively as well, just clean up the passing and make sure you're really marking your man. We saw how Valentin Noel was able to split the middle of the field right down the defensive third. Make sure you're identifying Noel and Azcona and Joe Jal as well, and I think if you get a handle on them, you'll have a great shot at winning this game.
Again, Memphis in the blue kits. This is Zachary Duncan. Has that intercepted by Nigro. And Duncan thought he got away with the jersey pull. He did not. and will get a yellow card. And now some words, and remember, Ascona is on a yellow.
Yeah, it's not a great foul there from Zachary Duncan, picking up a yellow card in the first 30 seconds of this match. You know, typically you want to save that. I mean, he wasn't really in a counter-attacking opportunity. You saw Emerson Hyman was right there a couple feet away, and he's, 60, 70 yards away from goal. I know he's trying to plead his case, but, you want to be smart and try to live to fight another day. But, we'll move on.
So those two in the middle of your picture are the only two that have been booked today. We saw the feature at halftime and also the front of the 901 FC shirts. Cancer Kickers, first club to have a non-profit as their front of kit sponsor.
Once again, you see the hard work from Carriaga putting in a shift from his attacking midfield position. A lot of times, he's playing in the number 10 spot. You don't see the number 10 typically working that hard defensively in the other team's half, but we've seen him put in an absolute shift, and he's been rewarded.
Quezada, he is dispossessed by Aguiar and just kept in play, avoiding the corner kick. But this will be out for a Memphis throw-in. A reminder that eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download it now. This is the third all-time meeting between these two clubs, and Memphis will get a throw-in deep here. The last meeting was a 2-2 draw. Memphis really had control of that match, but they gave up a goal in the 78th minute to end up in a 2-2 draw. Pickering nearly a steal there. And you look at the final third entries, Memphis has been dominant in that area. That was their calling card a year ago. That and possession. Memphis was fantastic with that all year last year. Jose Batista, the owner, making the trip out. Former Major League Baseball star. Investing in the club. Great interception by Fernando. But he was last to touch it, so a throw in for Las Vegas.
It's 901 FC continuing the strategy of pressing high up the field, at least in the first 10-15 minutes of this match. You've seen a couple of times, Las Vegas Lights have been pretty good on the ball, but if you put enough pressure on them, they'll cough the ball up, as we've seen as well, and 901 FC trying to capitalize off of that.
Bennett trying to turn with it. Lays it back for Ascona. Now Sargis, and back to Austin Warmel. Toulouse working with a long ball, but giving it up. And now this is Nigro. Ascona working up the left side. Marked by Fernando. Ascona, the loanee from Inter Miami. The Dominican sends it to the other side of the pitch. It is settled. Sunlight starting to filter through here in downtown Memphis after a mostly cloudy day. And Bennett earns his side a corner kick in the 50th minute. Just the second corner kick for Las Vegas this afternoon. Coleman Gannon will put it down. Gannon played last year with Columbus Crew 2 of MLS Next Pro. 6 goals with Crew 2. And that's easily headed away. Turchi got a head on it, forcing Noel to go back and chase. Noel marked by Duncan. And a nice interception by Ward, but not able to maintain possession. Gannon back on it, dispossessed by Ward. Ward going for Fernando, and A foul on Fernando, and see if this elevates to something more.
Looks like both players, it was a 50-50 ball. Looks like Encarnacion is calling the foul because maybe Fernando's boot was lifted, his studs were exposed, which of course is a dangerous position, but at the same time he's trying to go after the ball. It's a fair play. We can look at the replay here. Yeah, Fernando, it looks like he kind of just came over the top of the ball, was that Azcona's foot there. Definitely a foul, but I think a good decision not to give a yellow card there from Encarnacion.
A foul, definitely. Reckless, not so much.
Looks like Las Vegas Lights will lump this ball into the box. We haven't really seen a good service, Pete, in terms of set pieces from either one of these teams. Azcona is on top of this one. We know what he can do with his right foot.
And again, very poor. Ward's pass is deflected, taken back by the Lights. Warmel. And the Lights on the retreat at the moment. And a poor distribution by Warmel.
Once again, you see the pressure from 901 FC forcing that ball. But again, we see the lackadaisical passing, just lack of focus right now from 901 FC. I know we talked about there's rust, maybe a little bit of there's a lull right now, maybe a little bit of lack of focus from 901 FC. Really from both of these teams, we haven't seen a good start to this half in terms of flow of the game. We'll see if it can pick up here.
Bennett going wide. Zhao. Intercepted, but again, Memphis can't string passes together. Once they do have possession, we'll try to do so now. Lapa onto it. Heineman and Ward. Toulouse. Dangerous as Azcona was lurking. And in the air all the way back to Sargent. Warmel, Turchi, and that will be out to Las Vegas.
It's a good win there from Turchi. I think both the center backs from 901 FC this match have done a good job of winning that first ball, and the midfielders from 901 FC have done a good job of picking up the second ball, which a lot of times those are just sheer effort plays. So 901 FC have done a good job of winning those 50-50 battles.
Warmel, now Nigro. Azcona working through the middle of the park. Noel. Zhao. Azcona trying to cut it back. And Ward, not sure that wasn't a miscue by him, but it will be a corner for Las Vegas.
Yeah, it looked like Akeem Ward was just trying to get that ball out of bounds as quick as possible. Azcona really starting to wake up in this match. You know, we've talked about him a lot pre-match. You know, didn't call his name too much in the first half, but he's certainly woken up in the second half. I think Dennis Sanchez, the head coach for Las Vegas Lights, probably challenged him at halftime to get on the ball more.
Gannon again over it. Into the middle of the box and eventually cleared. And Las Vegas winning this in the air. And this played back by Clementa to Warmel. And that'll be out for a Memphis throw. And I think both of these managers will be less than delighted with the set piece functionality here early. We get our first substitution of the afternoon. Now we were told that Solomon Asante would not play. He is going to play, as he will be subbed in, and Azcona will go out. So with Solomon Asante, 34 years of age, a two-time USL Championship Player of the Year, the Ghanaian national, 52 goals and 53 assists in his career, one of only two players to go 50-50 in USL Championship play.
Yeah, Pete, Solomon Asante is very easily one of the best players in USL Championship history, if not the best player in USL Championship history. So interesting, two things. Interesting to see him come off the bench, and also interesting that they sub off the number 10, Edison Azcona, to bring in Asante. I would have figured that they might have both of those players in to increase their attacking opportunities.
Heineman into the corner for Ward.
It's a great touch there from Ward.
Ward marked by Berubin. Memphis last year did a lot with diagonal balls in this type of situation. See if they employ that tactic here.
They also had Aaron Malloy last year.
True.
Who could hit the ball 70 yards on a dime.
Ward going to the back post. Crossed and nobody to get onto it. Now an opportunity. Left-footed shot. It's parried off the boot of Fernando. And a corner kick for 901 FC, and Warmel again coming up with a big parry save.
Tremendous save from Warmel. A strong, I believe that was a left-hand parry this time. Got a strong power dive. What a great ball that was across the box from Akeem Ward. You see on the replay here, first ball got swept across, and then Quezada just whipped the ball across, and then once again Akeem Ward gets it, and Fernando just trying to whip that across the face of the goal, but a strong parry there from Warmel.
Duncan, another low driver. Volleyed by Cariaga, but blocked. Zhao onto it, but he lost it to Toulouse.
I think there's a real opportunity here for 901 FC to continue the pressure, continue dominating possession as well. But if 901 FC can get another goal, I think that might put this game out of reach. A 3-1 lead on the road for a strong team like 901 FC, and Las Vegas Lights, of course, coming off a very disappointing season. I think 901 FC could really kill this game if they get another goal.
Heineman. Lapa trying to link with Ward. And Ward doing a great job. Oh, and a foul is given to Akeem Ward. The home crowd does not agree with that decision by Joshua Encarnacion.
I think I agree with the home crowd's disagreement.
I asked Stephen Glass a couple of weeks ago, I said, is there anything that you want to change from last year to this? He said, I think I need to be better with the officials.
You know, he has been awfully quiet over there, awfully calm and quiet. Well-behaved head coach Stephen Glass. Of course, it's early in the season.
Yes, he has gone in. He has gone into the book in prior in last season for sure. At the hour mark, New Mexico United still a 1-0 lead over Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Head coach Stephen Glass. That's always good and easy to say at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, talk to me in June and July when the heat really rises. Noel led off the scoring for Las Vegas in the 21st minute. Cariaga for Memphis leveled matters in the 33rd. And then Knight Pickering in the 45th gave 901 FC the lead. Lapa going to give it a go from distance and well high and wide.
Not a bad idea there from Lapa. Some good combination play there between Heineman and Cariaga and Lapa. And Lapa found himself in a good bit of space, but he was about 35, 40 yards from goal. Not that he can't do that. I think the ball might have bounced up, bobbled on him a bit there. But once again, good attacking play from 901.
Approaching the hour mark here in downtown Memphis. This will be Memphis possession. Memphis a 10-2 advantage in shots, 4-2 on target. 7 of their 10 shots inside the box. Tyler Derrick. Too far for Fernando, but then headed out of play for Memphis throw-in. Alvaro Quezada, first season with Memphis. Oh, by the way, he used to play with Las Vegas Lights.
And he'd really want this 3 points against his former club.
Yes, he would. Lapa trying to get some space. Really closed down there in the corner, and he earns 901 FC a corner.
Really smart play there from Bruno Lapa. Saw that there wasn't really too many places to go there. Couldn't really get a clean cross into the box, so just elected to work his way to the end line and kick it off. A Las Vegas Lights player earned his side a corner kick.
Former ACC Midfielder of the Year with Wake Forest. Duncan, back post, but too tall for Toulouse. And now Zhao on a run out. And the foul given.
So that's a smart foul there from Carriaga. Carriaga's probably pretty fortunate not to get a yellow card there, but I do think he was trying to get the ball there, not just trying to pull Joe Zhao down, which a lot of times when you're going for no ball at all with the professional foul, that's what will earn you the yellow card. But I think that was a fair opportunity, 50-50 ball that Carriaga was going after.
Asante. And now Clementa.
Sneaky touch there from Clementa.
Yeah.
Really good touch that he had to make. Otherwise, I think 901 FC and Knight Pickering might have been in.
Noel takes it out of the air. Zhao leaves it for Noel. Noel laying it back, trying a combination. Hakeem Ward blocked it. Then that shot is parried. It'll be a corner for Las Vegas Lights. Derek making the parry save to keep matters level.
See Derek with a little smile on his face there, a little grin. You know, goalkeepers, they're all of them are a little off, Pete, I like to say, but he made a great save there. He loves getting in the action. That was a great parry there. We see Noel once again getting in and around the box with the left foot once again. He's not a left-footed player, but that was a great save by Derek. Got both hands on it, was able to parry that ball for a corner kick.
Ward nearly had a great defensive play. And you see Las Vegas, they have been shotless quite a while. But they seek an equalizer here in the 63rd minute. Patience being exercised here by Las Vegas. Nigro down the left channel. And not well played by Bennett. But Memphis cannot maintain possession, and they give it back to the Lights. Noel on the exchange with Zhao. Fernando not able to get to that. So the Lights retaining possession here. Lapa, he's taken down, and Lapa wins the foul from Coleman Gannon.
See the Lights there making the argument that Solomon Asante was fouled first, and I think that's probably a fair argument. 901 FC probably pretty fortunate to escape having a foul called in their end of the pitch as the referee Encarnacion is helping up Lapa. See, this is the first one here on the replay. It looked like Duncan almost with a rugby tackle there, and then Gannon gets retribution, you know, going to the back of Lapa. So maybe two fouls there, but fortunate for 901 FC that they end up with the ball.
Toulouse. Fernando. Lapa would love to settle it. Chips it in. Here's an opportunity. Oh, Fernando could not get boot on ball to his satisfaction.
See, with the smile there, lovely combination play between the two Brazilians, Fernando and Bruno Lapa. See Lapa with the incredible vision there, and Fernando just waiting for the ball to die down so he can get a foot on it, but incredible defensive play there from Nigro.
Memphis earns another corner. Fernando lurking at the far post, Lapa at the near post. Duncan, low driver, doesn't get through, ball loose. Pickering couldn't get a boot on it. Carriaga trying to hold it in for Memphis. Settled by Baruman.
The past couple set-piece deliveries, corner kicks from Zachary Duncan have been much improved, very impressive.
Now that was the best opportunity for Memphis off a set piece this afternoon. And out for a Las Vegas throw-in.
Pete, you mentioned it earlier. Might have just took him a few corner kicks, a few set piece opportunities to get dialed in. He's certainly dialed in now.
Noel with a little bit of space. Zhao for Nigro. Sargis. Now Asante. Lofts it into the box, but too far. And that will be out for Las Vegas to throw in, which Nigro quickly does. Baruman. Noel. Marked by Ward. Lapa comes over. Ward, good bit of defending there. And this will be out for a Memphis throw-in.
Yeah, great patience there from 901 FC. Just kept the ball going backwards, and then once the ball went backwards, they put a lot of pressure on the ball.
And now Memphis 901 FC going to turn up the temperature here. Marlon Santos into the match, along with Nico Brett.
Now, Pete, I mentioned it earlier, 901 FC with the offensive embarrassment of riches on the bench. It's just incredible when you can bring in the likes of Marlon Santos and Nico Brett and bring off the goal scorer, Knight Pickering.
So Nico Brett making his first appearance for 901 FC. Last season with Birmingham, 12 goals across 30 appearances. He returned to Birmingham after one season with New Mexico United. And last season, Santos played in Israel. He was loaned from Birmingham. But two very dangerous offensive players. Fernando Quezada. Turchi. Too heavy with that touch. Let's see who's remaining for Memphis. Carson Baumstieg, along with Oscar Jimenez, Weston Paul, and Dylan Borzak. Zachary Duncan has been feisty this afternoon, sitting on a yellow card.
And that's the kind of player he is. You know, he's a high energy, high octane player. You know, you got to hope that, but he's been smart ever since he got that yellow card in the first 30 seconds of the, you see him again making a tackle. Ever since he got the yellow card in the first 30 seconds of the second half, he's been a really smart player so far, stayed out of trouble.
Opportunity here. That shot is parried high. They're calling for offside. Nico Brett with his first touch going to goal.
You can already see the energy that Marlon Santos is bringing into this match. You know, we got about 20 plus minutes left. I think there's definitely more goals left in this thing, you know, maybe multiple.
Heineman peeling this one back. Memphis going to recycle things through Derek. Ball into space. Quezada had a good run at it, but Nigro dispossesses him. Asante in the middle of the park. And this is dangerous. Bennett, but he's offside. Look at Alvaro Quezada. Drafted originally by LAFC in 2021.
So Quezada was pointing to his shoulder there, Pete. He went down in a heap. There, it landed right on his left shoulder, and you see he's gone down now. You got to hope that that's not a separated shoulder there, but you can see Stephen Glass looking back at his bench telling the players to get warmed up, but You know, I saw him go down there. He landed right on his shoulder.
And athletic trainer Drew Graham working with him at the moment. Here's another look at it. The tackle, and then the fall on that left shoulder does not look very pleasant.
Yeah. It's a lot of force. He's running full speed and basically was airborne, landed right on his shoulder. I mean, I'd be surprised if he was able to continue in this match.
There's another look at it. Yeah, you're right. He's running at full speed and tumbling and lands right on that shoulder with a tremendous amount of force. And he is back up.
He's moving his arms pretty well, doesn't he seem to be?
He'll step off for a moment anyway. Sean Smart, who won the NCAA College Cup with Clemson, is on, and he replaces Gennaro Nigro. So 2 substitutions for both sides. Now in the 72nd minute.
Yeah, definitely an offensive substitution for Las Vegas Lights, which they certainly need. They find themselves down 2-1 here in this match. They're going to need to really turn it up a notch if they want to get more opportunities and at least try to tie this thing up.
Lapa and Fernando trying to link with Nico Brett in the middle, but not able to get that accomplished. Now Brett trying to box out and win it back from Memphis. Duncan extricates the ball, but it's picked up by Noel. And this is out to Memphis. This is the 2024 USL Kickoff presented by Terminex throughout the month of March. USL kicking off across the country. Join us for all the action on ESPN and CBS Sports platforms. Former Memphis Tiger star J.J. Greer, I'm Pete Pranica. Glad you are with us. The opener for both Las Vegas Lights and Memphis 901 FC. Memphis finishing 4th in the Eastern Conference a year ago. Las Vegas a forgettable season with just 3 wins on the year, but a totally remade roster and technical staff from top to bottom. It's been a tremendous change for Las Vegas. They broke out on top in the 21st minute. Noel with a goal, equalized by Cariaga for Memphis in the 33rd minute. Knight Pickering in the 45th to give the home side the advantage. Fernando weaving his way, trying to link up with Santos, but it's cleared and offside anyway. Look at Marlon Santos, another one of the many Brazilians on this 901 FC roster. Duncan, spirited battle with Gannon. It was a Las Vegas team that was being assembled as late as last night. They signed 5 players and brought them to the club officially last night. Zhao has a run to the top of the area, trying to turn. His shot is blocked. Collected by Duncan, but then picked up by Noel. Noel on it, assessing his options. Gets by Ward. Heineman concedes the throw in, getting the ball out of danger. Emerson Heineman out of Dallas, Texas, in his 2nd season with 901 FC.
It looks like Quezada's down once again, holding that shoulder, and I could tell he made a run down that right-hand side of the pitch, and it didn't look like he was quite having a full range of motion with his shoulder there. I believe it's his left shoulder, and second time that athletic trainer Drew Graham's coming on the field. I'd just be surprised, Pete, if Quezada continued in this match. You
do have Carson Vom Steeg available to you as a substitute for Quezada.
Looks like we have a 901 FC player lined up at midfield ready to check in.
And it's Oscar Jimenez. So Jimenez making his Memphis debut. Jimenez, last year, 34 appearances for Louisville City, and this was one of the things that 901 FC wanted. They wanted the championship experience that you get from somebody who played for a period of time with Lou City.
I think it's a tremendous pickup for 901 FC.
It's lofted in the box, knotted down. And then a heavy touch off the boot of Baruman. So Memphis will get a goal kick here in the 77th minute. Look at Quezada walking to the sideline.
Yeah, definitely wish for a speedy recovery there for Alvaro Quezada. I know he'll get an X-ray, probably a scan on that thing. You got to hope for a negative X-ray. Hopefully, you know, it's just sore right now. There's no structural damage.
Asante sends this one into space. And there was no foul called. Simply a corner kick. And Memphis living very, very dangerously there as Corey Bennett broke free. And JJ, I think both of us were anticipating a whistle as Turchi never got to the ball.
It was kind of interesting there, Pete. After looking at the replay, looking at it in live motion, it definitely looked like a lot of contact there. Now looking at the replay, it didn't look like a lot of contact.
Off the corner, Fernando got ahead to it, but it's held in by Noel. Turned aside by Toulouse. And the foul is going to be won by Memphis here. Leaping attempt by Aguiar. And we have some hostile words being exchanged. And Joshua Encarnacion getting between everybody.
Yeah, a lot of words there between Corey Bennett and the center backs, Lucas Turchi and Tulu for 901 FC. You know what I was saying? It was like there was either contact or no contact, in which case Corey Bennett might have taken a dive, which in most cases is a yellow card, right? But Encarnacion, I'm not sure if he was in a good position to see it. Definite foul there on the Las Vegas Lights player. You know, jumping over the back of, I think that might have been Emerson Heineman. So it looks like cooler heads have prevailed so far, but
there is not a history of rivalry between these two sides. It will be interesting. You know, we've been talking about the move to the Western Conference. You wonder what rivalries will develop. Of course, a great rivalry with Birmingham in the Southern Harm Derby. Now that will be downgraded somewhat because Memphis and Birmingham will be in two different conferences. Zhao able to keep this one in play. Joe Zhao. Crossing over, crossing, back post, too far. Volley shot is rocketed well over the goal. And now Akeem Ward with a shove, and hostilities really breaking out. And the last thing you want is for somebody to go a man down here.
Looks like Encarnacion, he was in a perfect position to see what happened. Looked like the player, it might have been Sean Smart, kind of rushed in and pushed Akeem Ward. Then Akeem Ward pushes him back in the chest. And then Sean Smart kind of goes down grabbing his face. So Encarnacion, he was in a good position. You see it was great play there from Joe Zhao. You see the blast there, and Akeem Ward telling Noel to get up, and then you see the push there, and Smart goes down grabbing his face. Definitely looking for something there that wasn't there.
As our good friend Enda Craden would say, he made a meal of it. And Akeem Ward a yellow for the push. But yeah, to push in the chest and then grab your face. That's a new one. I've not seen that move before.
I feel like I've seen it a time or two, but Sean Smart, the guy that went down grabbing his face, he actually initiated the contact with Akeem Ward. So I'm a little confused as to why he doesn't receive a yellow card as well for initiating the contact. But here we are.
And with the 2 shoulder injury stoppages to Quezada and some discipline being handed out here in the second half, I can imagine that there's going to be a fair amount of added time after we finish the full 90.
Definitely agree with that. And see, Las Vegas Lights have certainly woken up in this match. 901 FC have had opportunities to take more of a lead, but just haven't been able to capitalize.
And along the touchline, Bennett, and a foul to Memphis, and a free kick coming for Las Vegas Lights as they seek an equalizer here in the 82nd minute.
Sean Smart is coming in and shaking up this match. You know, he's flying all over the place, flailing all over the ground, but I tell you what, he's got a lot of energy and putting in a lot of effort, and he's come in and changed this match.
Dennis Sanchez in his first game as manager for Las Vegas Lights, making the timely substitution to bring Sean Smart in along with Asante. Ball sent in, headed away by Duncan, and now Toulouse clears it for Memphis. This takes a big bounce. Fernando chests it down, intended for Lapa. Zhao, double mark near the touchline, hemmed in, and is able to extricate himself from that mess. Sargis, and now Noel. Asante, not accurate with that pass. Ward chested down, and nothing comes of that. Goal kick for Tyler Derrick, making his Memphis debut.
See, both teams right now struggling in the offensive third of the field. 901 FC not really able to connect a string of passes together and really haven't been in front of goal in quite some time. Las Vegas Lights showing a lot of energy and a lot of effort with some of these substitutions that have come in, like Sean Smart, but same thing as 901 FC, not really able to string together passes in front of goal.
Throw into Memphis. Jimenez checking out his options and shading his eyes from the sun. And a foul. Pushed by Baruman. This match has gotten increasingly physical as the time has gone on. Carson Vom Steeg will substitute in here briefly for Memphis. And it looks like Leston Paul has also told our fourth official that he is coming in.
Looks like with these impending substitutions, Stephen Glass would like to go more defensively. Got the goal, got the lead. Now just trying to get out of here with the win.
Santos steps through, peels it back. Fernando, his shot is saved by Warmel. Did not get much pace on it, and fairly comfortable save for Austin Warmel.
See how quickly Marlon Santos can make things happen with the nutmeg right there at the edge of the 18-yard box. Found Luis Fernando, but Fernando, unfortunately, for 901 FC, just couldn't get underneath that ball and whip that ball into the back post.
Clementa, and now Asante. And we see the rest of the schedule today. New Mexico United maintaining its lead over Pittsburgh late in that match. Coleman Gannon into space. Joe Zhao into the area, and no one to get on the end of that. Sent in and headed away, where Fernando gets to it. Jimenez lost his footing. Gannon turning. Aguiar going back post. Cleared. That was headed nicely by Nico Brett. Keep it away from Las Vegas. Collision at the halfway line. And the foul given to Sean Smart. Smart's not going to make a lot of friends in Memphis, that is for sure. So Zach Duncan is going to come off, and Carson Vom Steeg will come in. Vom Steeg in his second season with Memphis. And the debut for Zachary Duncan, your thoughts, J.J. Greer?
I thought he was impressive in the middle of the pitch, showed a lot of energy, really high work rate, which we knew Stephen Glass told us he would do that, intercepted a lot of balls. I think, the cohesion and the passing accuracy will come as, we progress through the season. But so far, really impressive debut from Zachary Duncan.
Weston Paul will also enter the match. He'll replace Fernando. So 901 FC just trying to see this one out. And they still have goal scoring options out there in Nico Brett, of course. And Carson Vom Steeg and the boys in blue trying to shut this one down and turn off the lights here in the season opener. Zhao tried to connect with Gannon. Lapa along the touchline, cuts it back where it's taken in by Sargis. And now Baruman. Clementa with a long ball to Lou. Aguiar. And now Asante. Out for a Memphis throw-in. Again, a couple of injury stoppages, a couple of bookings here in the second half. So 2 minutes to get us to 90 minutes, but I would suspect something in the range of 5 to 7 minutes of added time. Brett, double marked, somehow able to extricate himself, but taken away by Noel. Counterattack opportunity here. Toulouse is back. Bennett trying to turn to goal. His right-footed shot is parried, and then Toulouse clears it for Memphis. Another great parry save by Tyler Derrick.
It's a fantastic save from Tyler Derrick. That ball was moving and moving fast, and it was going through a lot of traffic. It was probably really hard for Tyler Derrick to see, but made a strong save.
And another ball headed away. I think Vom Steeg got to that one. The other thing, too, is Tyler Derrick is now looking into bright sunshine. A lot of physical play, and then the foul is given. And it'll be a free kick for Las Vegas.
See the poor clearance there from Tulu, and Corey Bennett, haven't called his name too much, rips off a nice shot there, and perfect angle here. Tyler Derrick got a strong right paw on it, and Tulu cleared the ball.
And now a corner kick conceded. Jimenez sliding and putting it out of play. Asante sets it down quickly. 90th minute. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Low driver. Still maintained. Shot from distance. That's blocked. And it gets back to Derrick. I think Sean Smart didn't get much on it. And now we have a Las Vegas player down, slow to get up. A whistle stopping play.
Really wasted opportunity off the corner kick from Solomon Asante. Pete, you mentioned it. The sun is at the angle it is right now, staring right into Tyler Derrick's face. If you just get that ball into the air, force him just to look at the sun, who knows what could happen.
And there you see the official posting 5 minutes of stoppage time. Usually the sun not an issue, but these springtime fixtures being 3 o'clock kickoffs, which is what Memphis will have next Saturday afternoon when they host Indy 11, and you see the sunshine breaking through. It had been an overcast day with a threat of rain when this match started, but the weather has turned sunny. Almost a minute into stoppage time. Memphis a 16-7 advantage in shots. Joe Zhao got by Lapa and just past Gannon's boot, and Memphis clears to the other end. Warmel has to come out of his area to play. Sargis. Baruman marked by Lapa. Aguiar. Leston Paul trying to dig that ball away. Almost 2 minutes into the 5 minutes of stoppage time. Joe Zhao crossing over, wants to get to the right foot, and his shot is wide of the mark, just wide. It was curling for that far post, but not enough bend for Joe Zhao to get the equalizer.
It definitely had the attention of Tyler Derrick, who you saw with a huge power dive after the fact. Once again, looking right into the sun, but a great effort there from Joe Zhao, cutting in onto his favorite right foot.
2.5 minutes in to stoppage time. Las Vegas continuing to turn up the pressure, seeking an equalizer and a split of the points at the death. Aguiar. Clementa. Zhao. Baruman. And Memphis able to get a clearance. Nico Brett. Memphis now a counterattack. And a sliding tackle to dispossess Santos.
Well done there from Marlon Santos. Even though he wasn't in on goal, he did a great job just to be able to get that ball knocked out of bounds, and that'll waste precious seconds that Las Vegas Lights cannot afford to lose.
Less than a minute and a half remaining. Asante had it. Out for a Las Vegas throw-in. Bluff City Mafia hoping to celebrate. But Memphis needs to survive for another minute at least. Heineman. Clementa. Playing it long, and Derrick is there.
Really smart there from Tyler Derrick. That's really good goalkeeping. It's so important in the last few minutes of a match when a goalkeeper can be strong and commanding and really be smart in terms of his gamesmanship and wasting time.
KG veteran in the sticks for 9:01 this afternoon. Asante. Last flickering hopes for Las Vegas Lights. Asante, the quick throw in. And the foul is given. I believe Corey Bennett, that will be his foul, and there cannot be much left in this at all. And that is it. Full time has been sounded in Memphis, and 901 FC A 2-1 victory over Las Vegas Lights. Knight Pickering's blast in the 45th minute. The match winner this afternoon in downtown Memphis. And JJ, I think a deserved result for the home side.
Oh, absolutely. I think 901 FC, they did the work in the first half. Second half, it was really back and forth, really even, but 901 FC did enough, especially in the last 10 or 15 minutes of the first half, to be able to win this match.
So Memphis wins its opener. 58% of the possession, a 16-9 edge in shots, and a victory to open the season. Hopes are high in Memphis for another playoff run, and the boys in blue are off to a good start. 2-1 Memphis with the victory over Las Vegas Lights. We'll step aside and be back to wrap up this afternoon's game. Memphis wins over Las Vegas Lights 2-1. And our man of the match, the match winner belonging to Knight Pickering, the 45th minute. JJ, this was a smash and a bold attempt from distance, and it was right on the money.
Well, but shame on Las Vegas Lights for giving Knight Pickering that much time right on top of the box. Allowed him 3 touches, and you see him just whip that ball right over the top of the goalkeeper, Austin Wormel, for Las Vegas Lights, and you see him celebrating with the boys. That means a lot to him and to the club, and it spurred 901 FC to their first victory of the season here at home at AutoZone Park. 4 goals in the championship last year, 1 in U.S. Open Cup play. Grizzlies a 16-9 edge in shots. It was Las Vegas with the edge in possession. Really a reversal of form from the way Memphis played a year ago. 14 fouls, 13 fouls. It got physical, particularly in the second half, but the poise and the coherence of this 901 FC side earned them the win. Also, you mentioned at the break, Tyler Derrick, the goalkeeper, came up huge at the end of that match, whether it was making big saves or just being calm in between the sticks and using his gamesmanship, catching the ball, going down, wasting those few precious seconds at the end of a long stoppage time. So really, from front to back, a strong performance from 901 FC. Tyler Derrick coming up with 3 saves this afternoon in his 901 FC debut. Cariaga in the 33rd minute, Knight Pickering in the 45th. Those are the 2 Memphis goals tonight. And Knight Pickering celebrating with Carson Vom Steeg as 901 FC beats Las Vegas Lights 2-1.
For J.J. Greer and the rest of our crew here in downtown Memphis, I'm Pete Pranica. Thanks so much for watching Memphis 901 FC Soccer on this USL kickoff presented by Terminix. Memphis back home next Saturday afternoon, a 3 o'clock start against Indy 11. Once again, thank you so much for watching USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+. Memphis 901 FC 2-1 over Las Vegas Lights in the season opener.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.